Welcome back to Chapter 2 of Distant Lands with Sage Waters. Leaf thought about these things and then realized something curious. Wind, you didn't know that cicadas emit heat, though, remember? She questioned. Oh, so true, Wind said as he blushed a little. My friend, I must say that you are teaching me about the world too. Wind carried Leaf up and over the top of the mountain. We hover above the Himalayan mountain range, located in Tibet, Wind explained. You sure did take me to the right place, Leaf said as she nodded her head a little. Wind, I can't believe this view. Jagged mountain peaks covered in a glistening white blanket towered in the distance. Tibet is on the outer perimeter of India, Wind said, enjoying his friend's spellbound expression. Leaf remained quiet for a long time. The colors of the sky, purple, pink, blue, yellow, and orange, dance on that white fluffy blanket which covers the mountains, Leaf said as she pointed. What is that huge white blanket? It is a form of rain that has crystallized. Humans call it snow, Wind replied. Snow? I've never seen snow before. Leaf spoke quickly and with excitement. Wow, snow makes me shake. Yes, I knew that it would, Wind said with a little smile. He was happy to watch Leaf experience new things. Wind, I've never felt this cold before, Leaf said, shivering. Remember, roll your corners tightly into your belly, Wind replied. There, that will keep you a little warmer. Out of the corner of her eye, Leaf spotted movement on the snow blanket. She turned to get a better look. Wind, something is crouching over there in the distance, she yelped, feeling a little afraid. Wind looked in the direction Leaf pointed, and with a knowing smile, he replied, Yes, that is a snow leopard with her 2 cubs. They are venturing out from their cave for some fresh air. Those leopards blend in well with their surroundings, Leaf noted. The cubs' spirited play delighted Leaf. Those baby leopards are feisty, she noted. Would you like to venture into the Tibetan plateau with me? Wind asked. We will find a unique sight there that would bring me great pleasure to share with you. Away to the plateau, Leaf squealed. Wind carried Leaf from the height of the mountains down into the grassy land. I befriended a little boy named Ananda less than a month ago, Wind explained. Just over that rolling hill is where the young tyke calls home. This boy has an unusual companion. Reaching their destination, Wind spoke with admiration. This is a rare sight, even for me. This kit, or baby fox, follows Ananda everywhere. The kit's mother recently abandoned him out on the plain, so the boy took him under his wing. The 2 unlikely playmates were chasing after one another beside a colorful tent house. Please, will you take me to them? Leaf asked. She was curious about the young boy and his friend. Wind blew Leaf toward them and sat her down in a lush patch of grass. Noticing Leaf, the boy stopped playing with the fox. "This leaf is a unique, brilliant green," he said aloud. "We should go ask Mother what she can tell us about it." He placed Leaf in the palm of his left hand and lifted his fuzzy fox up into his right arm, and then the boy walked to his tent house. "I will meet you when you come out," Wind promised. "Ananda is kind and trustworthy. Leaf, you are in good hands." Inside his home, the boy placed Leaf on a small wooden table that was decorated with intricate hand-carved designs. The kit leapt from his companion's arms to the ground. Leaf was a little nervous since Wind was not with her for the first time on their journey. "Mama, look what I found," the boy chortled. "And what a find it is, son," his mother, Rinzen, said. "Can you tell me about it?" Ananda asked with sincere curiosity. "I can tell you that I have never seen a leaf this shape or color before," she said, adding, "Believe what I tell you, this leaf journeyed here from thousands of miles away. If this leaf can reach us, then I know people from other parts of the world will someday venture here, despite the towering mountain ranges. I do await that day with excitement in my heart. Treat this leaf as a treasure, my son." The boy nodded his head, smiling at his mother. He walked beside his fox, cupping Leaf in his hands as he emerged from his home. Ananda carried Leaf with him for a few days, feeling fortunate to find something so rare. Evening came on the third day. The young boy watched the sun settle behind the surrounding mountain peaks. A familiar breeze touched his rosy cheeks, and his face beamed with joy. "This leaf is special. Never before have I felt so at one with nature and changed by a new awareness of the world around me," he said, as he cradled Leaf in his hands. "Little Leaf, I would like for you to touch the lives of others. So this means that I need to say goodbye." The boy whispered wise words to Leaf, then inhaled deep and exhaled. His breath was visible in the crisp evening air. He blew Leaf from his hands into Wind's outstretched arms. "Enjoy the journey," the tyke chortled gleefully. He sat down in the grass, and his fox snuggled into his lap. Together, they watched Leaf float away into the distance until she was no longer visible. Wind and Leaf hovered above the plateau as a backdrop of stars surrounded them. "That boy said I was special. Why?" Leaf asked. I don't feel special." "You are special to the boy and his mother. Rinzen, Ananda's mother, she is right to hope that one day humans too will travel to Tibet from distant lands, just as you have." Leaf tried hard to understand why she gave the two such a strong sense of hope. She felt like just an ordinary grape leaf. As Leaf pondered, Wind tried to soothe his friend with a light breeze. Leaf was visibly calmed as Wind rustled her corners. "You have asked me to take you to a place where mountains touch the clouds," Wind stated. "Now that we have fulfilled your request, is there anywhere else you've been aching to venture?" Chilled to my core at this very moment, I would love to go somewhere warmer, Leaf replied earnestly. Pondering for a moment, Wind responded, "Warmth would do you good, my friend. I know just the place." Wind blew over many countries until he reached the ocean. The ocean stretches out before us, yet our destination is a small group of islands. Wind traveled swiftly as Leaf enjoyed the deep blue color of the Pacific Ocean. "Which island is our focus?" Leaf asked with curiosity. "Hawaii," Wind answered. "I am so excited that I will get to feel some warmth again," Leaf said joyfully. The pair talked about their recent travels, and Wind assured Leaf that she would find herself comfortable when they reached their destination. "You shared with me before that Tibet is one of your favorite places to travel. But where is the place you most favor?" Leaf asked. "Antarctica," Wind responded with no hesitation, adding, "Actually, I travel to that frigid, chilling climate often." Leaf shivered just thinking about the place. "I enjoy the continent so much," Wind continued, "because I am partial to the emperor penguins that live there. Penguins are my absolute favorite bird." Leaf shook her head and then said, "Well, a frigid, chilling climate does not sound like any fun to me, but an element that has been here on this earth as long as you have, indeed has good reason to love Antarctica." Surprisingly, the continent does not get a ton of snow, but rather the sun shines a lot, Wind responded. Suddenly, he hovered in one place and then said with excitement, "We have reached our destination. Below us is the island of Hawaii, my friend." "What are those creatures swimming in the water called?" Leaf asked. "Humans call them dolphins," Wind shared. "Wind, may we take a closer look at that one over there? That one seems to dance in the water," Leaf observed. "Though I must note, dolphins can be unpredictable," Wind cautioned. He brought Leaf up close to the animal. Balancing Leaf on the dolphin's long snout for maybe 2 seconds, the creature tossed Leaf backward onto his gray head. Caught up in the animal's forceful exhale from its blowhole, Leaf went soaring into the air. She landed in a small boat. Join me, Sage Waters, next time for Chapter 3 of my story, Distant Lands.